I don't even know what music is playing back there, but all right, folks, let's get to it. Today we are talking. What are we talking about today? All right, so I got to take off my glasses to see the phone. Right, this is like weird. All right, so I get because this is where all my notes are. Right, so today we are doing a rent roll review. And we're going to do it on the property at 340 East 234th Street. So this was a new construction project. 5-bedroom house is like enormous. 5-bedroom house over a 4-bedroom house, which means it's really a 4-bedroom house over a 3-bedroom house with no dining room. That's what it really means, okay? Just want to give you the real deal. They don't build those like that here, right? So that house went for $1.425. So I want you to look at the rent roll the way a lender would look at the rent roll, right? Just so you get an idea of like, was this a smart investment? Was it not a smart investment? So at 1.425, this duplex really needs to make real sense, right? The math has to make sense. All right. So the rent roll isn't just what they're charging. Is it the rent sustainable, right? Because I can give you some crazy number. Like when Airbnb was popping out here in these streets, the rent rolls were crazy because people were saying, hey, I can get $8,000 a month for this 2-bedroom apartment because I'm renting it out at $300 a day, right? But that's not a realistic, sustainable number, right? So today we're going to talk about what is a sustainable number for these apartments, right? And so 2 units, 1 price tag, 2 totally different stories. So let's dive deep. So depending on what you put down, now I got to put on my glasses to look at my other notes. Depending on your down payment, so at 1.425, if you put 20% down, it's almost $300,000 down, right? So you're going to want a return on that investment, right? Most likely, if this property is an owner-occupied house hacker, 9 times out of 10, it's on that Woodlawn border, right? So 9 times out of 10, this is someone who lives in the house and is going to get a tenant to pay the other mortgage. Now, because the apartments were so huge, you're going to command a huge rent roll. Now, the listing agent, side note, I did not sell this property. I did not list it, did not buy it, but I just like to give facts on how, the numbers work. So the agent estimated the rents at about $8,000, which isn't far off, right? 36, 39, 4,000 for a 4-bedroom, right? And probably equal, a little bit less for a 3-bedroom. So the real rent roll is probably about $7,000. Is that sustainable? If they're cash tenants, no. Right? If they're program tenants, then yes, it's very sustainable. And I think that is one of the biggest drivers of property values here in the Bronx, right? And so the gross rent would be about $8,000. Now, if you put down 20% down, your estimated payments all in, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, it's about $8,451, right? Now, you're probably like, Mike, I don't have $300,000. Exactly, right? So you're probably going to go FHA, 3.5%, or maybe 5% down. At 3.5% down, that's $51,625, right? Probably use your 401k, your IRA, some type of retirement plan that you can pull that from. Now, the monthly payments on that is $10,566, right? So remember, this is new construction. So if you had a tenant, you lived in one, you had a tenant paying the rent on the other, about $4,000 a month, you'd be out of pocket $6,500 to own a new house, basically, right? And what I'll do on this video is I'll show you a picture of 340 East 234th Street so you get an idea of what the person bought, right? And I hope this was useful data. I gotta look at my phone now. I'm gonna take my glasses off again. So send me your rent roll, and I'll show you where the holes are, right? So like, just to say, you're looking at a property and you want some help analyzing it. In my link tree, we have multifamily analyzers that you can use. We're going to create an app soon so that you can download our app and use that multifamily analyzer wherever you are. And I look forward to helping you guys on your journey to creating wealth here in the Bronx. Thank you so much.